What is good, everybody? My name is Will from Ghosthack, and I know for a fact, Jack, that you guys like free stuff. And oh boy, do we know this, and oh boy, is it that time again where you guys get a free package. And this time it is a free package of melodies. You get all kinds of summer vibe style melodies. It comes with the MIDI files, and it comes with many of the one-shots that are used to create those melodies. So if you want, you can just go ahead and download this right now. The link to it is on the top of the description. Again, it's free. You don't gotta pay anything. And they are also royalty free to use in your commercial productions. But I'm gonna go into the pack right now and just take a little look at it and maybe make a beat with it. Let's see if I can throw something creative together using these melodies and MIDI files and one-shots. So look alive, because into the studio we go. So here's what we got going on. We got all these loops in the BPMs of 100, 120, 130, 140, and 150. We have all the MIDI files connected to those loops right there that are named. You can see they're all keyed as well. And then we have the one-shots, which plenty of these one-shots were used in making the loops that I just showed you. So this is really nice. Let's take a listen to a few of them. And then you can see separate out all these one-shots. And these one-shots are crazy helpful. Like, let's say if I want to take this progression, but I want it to be played by a kalimba, I can just find the progression in here. This is C prog, and I can drag it right in here, and it'll automatically open up this piano if you're using FL Studio. But all I want to do here is replace it with a sampler, and now I can find the one shot of, say, the kalimba. If I want this to be played by the kalimba, and then I'll drag it right into the sampler. Or maybe it could be played with a flute. You just have to find the thing that you think works best. See, I think this one sounds pretty good as well. But I do want to go back to the original and try to use it to make a little bit of a beat here, because it's got a nice tropical house rhythm. And perhaps I can layer this with a few drums. I can just take some drums from the Ultimate Producer Bundle 2020. I can take maybe some just soft and small kicks for good tropical house. Here's one that we can use. Then let me layer this with just a little clap right here. Then I'll add a little snap here and here. As well as a little reverse before some of the claps right here. But this video isn't about drums, it's about the melody pack. So let's go back to this melody pack and see what else we can find to use here. I can definitely use this one shot to layer as the bass pluck that it is. So I'm just gonna go into our instruments here and open up a new sampler that I can use. Drag this right into here. As you can see, this sample is in G. So we'll go into here and right click G, and there we go. Now it is tracked to our keyboard. So when I hit C, it plays in C, which this track is in C. So now using this, we can craft a bass line based around this progression right here. So this is a little pattern I came up with. So So the only times when it's hitting on the kick is going to be right at the front here. So that adds a nice constant rhythm, and it's not perfectly lined up with the other melody either. It just kind of matches along. So I made it up nice and high so we can bring it down low. Like that. Let's see how it matches up. I'm definitely a fan of how that works, so I'm going to route this right into 11 because the other one is routed into 10. And I'm going to actually go ahead and throw the gross beat plugin on this because I want to do a little bit of sidechaining to the kick. All I need to do is select sidechain and then make this general shape. I'm using it on the smooth method, so it just needs to duck down when that kick hits. This way the transient of the kick and the bass of the kick doesn't interfere with the transient and bass of this sample. And this is starting to sound a little cleaner in the mix. I'm actually going to do a pretty similar thing to this other thing here too, but I'm going to just bring this up like this. So the melody itself will just be a little bit sidechained here. Also, I'm going to make this pluck more of a bass pluck. But there's another thing I like here. I really like this loop in 130 and F with a kalimba. I think what I like most about it is the fact that it's up high and it kind of sounds like a music box. So I rather want to take that kalimba sample and see if we can't take one of the MIDI files with the melody here and use that on top. So here's our kalimba one shot that I actually recorded with the real kalimba back here in the other part of my room. And we're going to use this to add a melody on top of the other things. And let's see what MIDI files sound good with this. So let's open up the piano roll, and I believe I have a pretty good idea of what I want. I kind of want this one called Shimmer to open up right here. And now we have this. Now I don't know if this is going to work, but I want to try it. So we have to go in first to our sampler, and we see that this kalimba is in F, so we can right click F right here. And now I want to see how it matches up with the other melody if we put it in key. So the biggest problem with these two files is that one is in major, the first one that we're using, and the second one is in minor. But if I change it from minor to major, it should work out pretty well because I like the way that these tempos align. And again, there's a good thing about MIDI files. You can change the notes to be however you want it to be. So now I've changed it to major and edited the notes slightly to fit with the progression, but the actual rhythm of it is all the same. So now it's time to mix it in. So I'm just going to throw this right into 12. A little chorus sounds interesting. And maybe a tad bit of reverb. Just mixed into the background of these melodies. And then we add the drums. So using a melody loop, a melody MIDI file, and 2 melody one-shots from this free package, we made this little tropical house loop. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to see more music production tutorials, you can hit the subscribe button down below. And also don't forget this pack is FREE. Link to download it is in the top of the description below. Thank you all so much for the support. Have fun with these melodies, and I will see you in the next video. Happy producing.